Hey guys, what's up? It's Bigger Reviews here. Today we're going to break down the Episode 9 trailer. It actually just came out about an hour ago. I already have my reaction up. That'll be in the description, and hope you go check that out after this video or before, either one. Let's get into it.
We've passed on all we know.
So this first section is not, it doesn't really show a lot. This whole part of Rey on Tatooine doesn't show a lot, so I'll try to break it down as best as I could. But you see the Lucasfilm logo, and then you hear Luke say, "We passed on all that we could." And she's just looking off in the distance, which we eventually find out is a TIE fighter. So I think this is her and him talking through Force Ghost communication, and I think this has something to do with her maybe doubting herself or something, and I just hope we see Luke and Force Ghost. But let's get on to the next section.
1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
This next scene, you hear Luke say, "1,000 generations live in you now, but this is your fight." And as you see her grab the lightsaber from her little pouch thing. And if you didn't know, at the end of 8, that is Anakin's lightsaber. And if you remember at the end of 8, she still had the 2 pieces with the kyber crystal inside, so she probably mended that. And I really hope we get to see her have like this double-sided thing. But I don't think we will. But you just see her on Heath, and then you see what she's looking at, which is a TIE fighter in the distance that can only, I can presume, be Kylo Ren or a very loyal stormtrooper. And we don't know what's going on here. We don't know why they're all of a sudden separated. This could be some type of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 thing where the main hero and villain are separated and it's down to this final fight. This could be the final fight we're seeing. You never know. My personal opinion is it could be. It all ends on Tatooine. Begins on Tatooine, ends on Tatooine. That's what I like. But on to the next section. Next section, you hear the music start building as Rey turns around and does this little badass pose, and she goes and flips above the TIE fighter, which is my second favorite shot in the trailer behind one that you'll see later. If you saw my reaction, you already know what my favorite scene was. But it's just, I have a feeling she's going to slice through this thing, and it's going to look freaking awesome. Kind of like how, remember Guardians 2 when Gamora slices the belly of that beast down with a sword? It's going to be like that. I just can't wait to see what it looks like. And I just love the music already. Star Wars always has some of the best music in cinema, and this is no exception. You do see the hands of the person in the TIE fighter. It looks just like Kylo. I think this is Kylo's personal ship, if I remember correctly. So it could be, or they could be just playing this. I don't know, because some trailers are starting to do what Marvel does now and put bullshit clips in, but I don't think this is bullshit. I really hope it isn't. But on to the next scene. This next scene, you see what looks like the planet from Solo. I forgot what it's called. It starts like a V or something, where Han Solo goes to meet Lando for the first time, and they get their ship with Kira. This could be a whole new planet, but this could be where Lando goes after Episode 6. We don't know what happened to him. And after that, you see Kylo Ren in some red forest, slicing down some guy who I can presume is from the Rebels, and you see one stormtrooper. We don't know what's going on here. This doesn't look Tatooine-esque, so we don't know what part of the galaxy they're in. The next shot, you see Kylo Ren mending his helmet. If you remember in Episode 8, he broke it because he was letting the past die, so he's remending it. I don't know why. I thought he'd let the past die, but I really like the red on it. I really like that touch, and I really hope they keep it. Black and red always goes so well together, doesn't it, Vader? In the next shot, you see Poe and Finn, which is 100% Tatooine. Poe looks just like Nathan Drake, and he would make a great Nathan Drake. We don't know what they're looking at. Could be Rey. It could be Rey and Kylo Ren fighting in the first scene of the trailer. You never know, but could be. Shot after that, you see BB-8 with the new droid. If you didn't watch Star Wars Celebration, if you didn't watch the Episode 9 panel, they brought this new droid out. It looks like the Pixar lamp. And there's someone sitting next to them. It could be Kelly Marie Tran's character, Rose. Now, I didn't like Rose, and a lot of people didn't, but that doesn't mean you should bash on the actress. She did a phenomenal job. She did what she was told to do. It's not her fault. She did it. She was great acting. She was crying, emotional. I mean, her character choices, if you don't agree with them, that's not her fault. She's just the actress, This next shot in the trailer is my favorite shot. It is Lando and Chewie back in the Falcon, and you see Lando here laughing, and he's happy to be back. I'm so glad they brought him back for Episode 9. He's wearing the yellow, which could be the same exact thing from Solo. If you remember, he was wearing yellow, and he always has the most style, doesn't he? And they go into hyperspace. We don't know where to. On to the next scene.
We'll always be with you.
Next scene, you see them on Tatooine. It's really Return of the Jedi-esque, with them fighting through the sand and explosions, and even the vehicle that C-3PO, Poe, and Finn are on looks just like the vehicle that they were on in Return of the Jedi. We don't know who they're fighting exactly. They probably stormtroopers. And then you see what looks to be Leia holding a badge. This could be her badge for I don't know, being General Leia or something. We don't know what this could be. If you didn't know, J.J. Abrams did say that he wrote the script for Episode 9 around her deleted scenes, so it wouldn't feel out of place. And the next scene, you see Rey and Leia hugging, and you see a tear come down from Rey's eyes. I think this is one of the scenes well, obviously it was for Episode 8. I think this might have been taking place on Crate or somewhere, and they just edited the background to be where they are in Episode 9, which I think is Endor. And you hear Luke say, "We'll always be with you," which leads right into the next scene, which I want to get into right now.
No one's ever really gone.
These next scenes are some of the most important. You see Poe, Finn, BB-8, Chewbacca, Rey, and the new droid on. There's either two places it can be. It can be Endor or it can be Yavin 4. But we don't know if Endor has oceans or not. We don't know if Yavin 4 has oceans, from what I remember, because this looks like the Death Star that was exploded. And the reason why I say Yavin 4 or Endor is because the Death Star, two Death Stars, they were both blown up. So that could either be if the debris could have fallen to Yavin 4 or the debris could have fallen to Endor, whichever Death Star we're talking about. I can't tell which one it is. It could be I don't know, because if you remember, Death Star 2 wasn't completely finished. But we know this is definitely Death Star because you can see the circular dome. If you remember, especially from Rogue One, they were placing it, and you can see the trench. Now, a lot of people think that's the trench. The trench that was in the middle, a lot of people think that was the trench that Luke Skywalker went to, which is, in fact, that's not true. They were actually on top of the Death Star. I just found that out recently, too. But what was really important was you hear him say, "No one's ever really gone," and you think that's a good thing, but then you hear Palpatine's laugh. And even in the title card, which I just saw, when you see the title, you hear the dark music, and I really hope we get to see Palpatine. And the theory going around right now is, like I saw in my reaction video, is Snoke was Palpatine's puppet, and we don't know what's Palpatine's going on, but I just can't wait for this, guys. Let me know if I missed anything. They didn't really show a lot, which is good, though, because this is a teaser. So I cannot wait for this movie to come out. Anyways, guys, this has been Joey. As always, have a good one. Peace.